Hi, I'm Robin McTague, Engagement Catalyst, and I help individuals, couples, and teams navigate personal and professional relationships, find their why. You may be familiar with that if you know of Simon Sinek, and live your authentic life now. Since COVID, we've had a shift in perspective where we want to live a more holistic life and we want to bring all of ourselves to all of what we do. So it's important to know who we are and why we do what we do. So I do this in several ways with classes. Back 24 years ago, I had breast cancer and was really challenged returning to work. And I learned this meditation and energy healing system. And now I've been teaching it for over 20 years, both to adults and children, and has really helped me to keep my energy for myself and understand what are my emotions and what are other people's. So it's really helped me to stay healthy. A depression and anxiety workshop, again, done in energy. So learning to see what the patterns are, how can we actually use that information to benefit us, and a powerful meditation that you get to take away to be able to reuse whenever you need to. And reclaim your power. Often it's done in a group setting because it's so powerful when we learn from others. And it's a simple process showing us how we get into disempowered conversations, what they are, and simple tools to get ourselves out of those disempowered conversations into action again. With individuals, I talk about a life of choice because we don't have to let our past or our personality define us. We have choice. And when we have that understanding and when we have ways to deal with it, we build resilience. We can deal with the past and move on. Learn what those patterns are that were created in childhood and how to work with them and to see them. And then we can choose differently if we wish to. So I use some really important assessments in the sense that they don't just name what's going on, but give us a path for growth and transformation. And that's why I love them and been studying them very deeply. So we learn to understand why we do what we do, which is largely invisible. So these assessments help us to learn what that is so we can get in alignment and move towards what's important to us. And that energizes us. So we have the energy to complete our purpose, to understand what that is, and learn to deal with the tensions in our lives, whether it's internally or externally. So that results in empowering ourselves in our life. With couples coaching, we start with the same assessments because we need to know where we're starting from. And then we can look at where are the challenges, where are the things that we're very similar on, and learn a new way of communication and different skills to bring kindness and compassion to our connection. And often we think there's a personality conflict when often it's a motivational conflict. So this gives us a way forward and work through some of those tensions that we're going to have regardless because we are human and it's just part of life. And with teams, whether you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, again, it's the personal growth and understanding yourselves and having the energy to move beyond the shiny object syndrome and the procrastination. If you have a team, it's important to know how are we doing as individuals and as the team? Are we working together towards a common purpose where we see the value of the team? And I'm not just working on my own to finish what I need, but seeing how do I fit with the whole group and how can we support each other? Because we know how expensive it is when people are not engaged and we're spending all our time in our business working with the staff, helping them to sort things out instead of learning to trust them because they know what to do. And when we're bringing someone new into the team, how do we make sure they're energized by that role that I'm bringing them in for? And how are they going to fit with the team? Can I make sure I have appropriate onboarding systems, for example. So these assessments help us to see those different areas. If you're planning on collaborating with someone, it's really important to know what are the challenges besides the benefits. So often we think that people who think like us are going to be successful because we are. What happens is we have the same way of thinking, so there's gaps in the process or what we need to bring in. It doesn't mean we might not want to collaborate, but we go in with our eyes open, understanding what are the challenges and the benefits, and then what are the areas that we need to shore up because maybe either of us do not have the skills or we need to bring in a system to address that. So this is a very short overview of what I do. So if you're curious about anything that I've said today, here's some contact information. And go out and enjoy your life, knowing that you have choice in every moment of every day. Thank you, and we'll talk again soon.